Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. O Lord, please lead us from unreality to the reality, from ignorance to the knowledge. Peace, peace. Dear devotees, we were discussing Drishya Viveka, that is, the inquiry into the seer and the seen. By this time, we have understood who is the seer and who is the seen. The seer is oneself, that is consciousness, and the seen is the world, body, and the mind. And in other words, the seer is the subject and the seen is object. So, three types of seers we have discussed, and how they are, seer 1 and seer 2, how they form and how they function, who is seer number 3, ultimate seer, and why he is conceived as seer 1 and 2. All these things we have seen. Now, the question may come, whoever is studying or listening to my lectures seriously, by listening to all these things, what do I get? How can I make benefit out of it? This question may come or it should come. Yes. According to the Advaita Vedanta, the liberation, the emancipation is not to be attained. It is not to be gained. Say, for an example, I would like to become a wealthy person. Then I have to work hard with skills and I have to gain wealth. Then only I can be a wealthy person. So if someone wants to have a self-realization, then there is nothing to gain because already he has that. I am not the money. I need money. I am different from money. So I work and I try to acquire the money or in the form of wealth. Whereas when I say that I should have a self realization, when myself I am the self, then what is there to achieve, gain, new thing? Nothing. Then, if so, then why all these spiritual practices? Why all this inquiry into self and non self? All these things, why? It is only in the negative sense, means it is only to remove the ignorance part, to destroy the ignorance part. How to understand this? Beautiful sunny day today. We are all enjoying. So just 10 minutes before, there was a good sun here. Now, all of a sudden, a thick patch of clouds has covered the sky, or especially on the sun. So the brightness of the sun has been reduced. So, and also we are not able to see the sun like 10 minutes before. Then can we say that the sun doesn't exist? No, sun does exist, only it has been covered by clouds. The moment when cloud is removed, when the clouds get shattered, then I'll be able to see the sun and I'll be able to get the complete sunlight. So similarly, the self is there always, it is self-luminous, but it has been covered by a thick veil of ignorance. It has been covered by clouds of ignorance. So the cloud has to be removed, the ignorance has to be removed. So when we do this inquiry into the seer and the seen, what happens? And slowly, our ignorance will be made thinner, and one fine day, it will be removed or it gets destroyed. So for that reason, we have to study scriptures. You have to attend my lectures. It is the beautiful way of putting is done by Swami Vivekananda. When Swami Vivekananda was giving lectures in the West, that is especially in America, about the Vedanta, so many people used to come and used to listen to him. People were attracted. They had become mad about Swami Vivekananda's lectures and Vedantic lectures. I think one person, maybe he was father of a church. He said, Swami, what are you doing? You are hypnotizing the people from Vedanta. So what are you doing? Then Swami Vivekananda laughed and smiled and said, no, my dear, I am not hypnotizing them with Vedanta. Rather, by Vedantic teachings, I am dehypnotizing them. Then that particular person or the father asked, what do you mean by that, Swami? He said, look, actually we are consciousness. The by that, Swami. He said, look, actually we are consciousness. The Vedanta tells that. You are that consciousness. Sat, Chet, Anand. Vedanta tells that. You are that consciousness. Sat, Chet, Ananda. But unfortunately, every individual is thinking that he or she has a body and mind and son of so and so, daughter of so and so, husband or wife of so and so. Then he's a wealthy person, he's a business person, he's a political relations, upadhis, he's thinking as something else. So he has replaced with the body and mind complex and with the other professions. So I am trying to, by studying, by teaching Vedanta, I am dehypnotizing them that you are not the body mind complex, or neither you are the businessman, nor you are the political entrepreneur, nor the professor in the college. That is not real your biodata. That is not your real biodata. Yourself is real in reality is what Satchit Ananda. Existence, consciousness, bliss absolute. That is your real nature. So I am dehypnotizing the people, not hypnotizing. So by studying Vedanta, what happens? It is a process of dehypnotization. So this is what we have to understand. So the moment when this dehypnotization process happens, then I'll be free from the cycle of birth and death. I'll be free from ignorance. That means I'll be free from suffering. That means I'll be free from all types of dualities. Bothered about all these things. How to understand this? Just for an example, a dream. Yesterday night, I had a beautiful dream. There, I became one of the richest person in the world. I had a different cars like costliest BMW car, Tesla cars, of course, nowadays, Tesla cars, different type of cars. I had a beautiful house and with all the gadgets and a lot of people are there and I'm able to do anything and everything. I can travel any part of the world. I have my own jet. All these things I had. So I enjoyed and experienced. But when the sleep broke, when I got up from the dream state, then back to square, before sleep, whatever my condition was, today also the same condition. And tonight, I had a dream. In the dream, I had a very bad dream. I was chased by people, some thieves. Then they threatened me. They tried to kill me. And probably they wounded me. They cut my leg, troubles, physical troubles, because they want something from me. And it was a very painful, very, even the people, the way they spoke, the way treated me was very unethical and very crooked, very unbecoming natured people, they were there. Then again, my sleep broke. Then when I got up, my body had sweat and my heartbeat was more, but it took some time, 1 or 2 minutes, to understand that that was a dream. It was not a fact. You see, same person is experiencing two experiences. One is he has become the richest person, wealthiest person of the world. The other is he has lost his legs. He has lost. One is pleasurable, the other is unpleasurable. Both are experiences, no doubt. But when a common man, we are perturbed. But one who is a dreamer, one who is in the dream state. So with the first type of dream experience, he was enjoying, he was experiencing that pleasurable moment, and with the second, he was suffering. But when he got up, when he woke up from the dream, from the sleep, and in the waking state, he understood that both dream states or both dream experiences are not real, doesn't make any change in me, isn't it? But when we were in the dream state, we were experiencing the pleasure and the pain. But when we woke up, when we wake up, and when we are in the waking state, then we understand that both are dreams, that doesn't have any reality, so it doesn't perturb me, and I'm not moved by that. I don't give any value. Now the Vedanta is saying that even this waking state is also a big, long dream state. This waking state is also a big, long dream state. So whatever I experience, so-called pleasure and pain during this waking state, it also doesn't have any value. But when we hear this talk, this particular, Vedantic teaching, then we say probably it is not so. We are experiencing it. How can you say that this is a dream and this is not reality? Yes. Why? Because the problem is when you were in the dream state, if I come, Shantivratananda comes and says, oh my dear, you are in the dream state. This is the dream experience. You are the dreamer, so it is not the true. Probably would not have understood. When you come out of the dream state, called waking state, then only you'll be able to understand that that was the dream state and it doesn't have any value. So similarly, when we are in the waking state, how much only when we go to Turiya state, fourth avastha, fourth state they say, then only we can understand that even this waking state is also a big, long dream state. Since we don't understand ourselves, because we are in ignorance, so we have to take shelter at the feet of the Guru or at the feet of the scriptures. We should take their help. So that's why we need scriptures, we have to study scriptures, we have to hear scriptural teachings. Now, three types of seers and their formation, everything we have seen and we have discussed, we have understood. Since, explaining new in a different form, that's what I mean. So he has taken theory of limitation, which is called avachedavada. How this jiva, individual being, has come into existence, if you ask, if you have understood my talk till now properly, immediately you will tell that, oh, seer 3 is appearing as seer 2 and seer 1. Means the self is appearing because it is reflected on the mind, which is called reflecting medium, Atma Tattva. Now the author is taken a different strand, a different idea. He is telling that now basically we have got three type of jivas, three type of individualities. What is that? First is paramarthika jiva. Means that jiva, that consciousness which is original and which is true. The second is vyavaharika jiva. Vyavahara means transactional. So it is a transactional reality. So like I am a Swami Shantivratananda, the minister in charge of this society or this center, then I'm so doing so many things, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, etc., etc. So this I as a Swami Shantivratananda and as a minister in charge and as a monk of Ramakrishna order and doing so many things as this is all transactional reality, but otherwise it doesn't have any reality. When the consciousness is reflected on the reflecting medium called mind, then that sense of individuality comes into picture, that is called Chidabhasa. Because of that, this Vyavaharika Jiva comes into existence. Then Pratibhasika Jiva, Pratibhasika Jiva is what? During the deep sleep state. In the deep sleep state, there is no experiencer and there is no experienced. Again, the author is trying to tell, I am Chaitanya, Shuddha Chaitanya, I am pure awareness, I am pure consciousness. So the whole essence of the teaching of the author, again taking these three types of jivas concept, it is only to make us to understand that we inherently more or less one and the same, but with a little difference and with a little technical difference. Maybe in some class I will try to explain these three vadas in detail. So now let me go into the shloka number 34. So the theory of limitation, avacheda vada, is explained in this particular verse. Avachinnasya jivasya purnena brahmanaikatam tatvamasyadi vakyani jagur netara jivayoho. I think one more